Hey friends, welcome back to Big Nate's Whiskey Lounge. I am Nate. Gonna do a cocktail video of not telling you what whiskeys to use in cocktails, but actually making some cocktails myself. I do not keep cocktail ingredients in my house enough for me to do this. So I have some pre-made cocktail mixes that I bought at the store. We are gonna do three old fashions. One of them is gonna, two of them from mixes, and one I'm just gonna throw simple syrup and bitters. I don't have any other things, so it's going to be pretty simplistic. We're going to do a whiskey sour, and we're going to do a Kentucky Mule. So we're going to start out with we're going to do the old fashions first. The whiskey we're going to use the same whiskey for all of them. We're going to use Rittenhouse Rye. And so let's start out by just doing. Now, if I'm messing this up, just please tell me. This one I'm kind of spitballing on. Actually, you know what? I'm going to read one of these real quick to see before I make it myself. Because so I don't know how much simple syrup to put in. I'm going to do 2 ounces of. I'm going to get a rock first. So I'm going to build this in the glass. I'm going to do 2 ounces of Rittenhouse Rye. All right, so into the glass we got 2 ounces of Rittenhouse Rye. I'm going to do 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. These are just the regular aromatic bitters. 1, 2. I'm always a guy that always tends to think that you have to overdo things, so I would have done like 4 or 5. But I'm going to try to stick to keeping it simple. Then I'm going to do like 1/2 ounce simple syrup. That's probably more like not quite 3/4 ounce. All right. Now, you will have seen back at the end of December, early January, that I did a video reviewing the High West, the double barrel old fashioned, and I highly recommend that. I had the opportunity at an event to try their Manhattan version as well. I don't like that. Do like the old fashioned, but I finished that very quickly after that review. So, all right. I don't know anything about how this is going to go. So we got the old fashioned, kind of a stripped back version of the old fashioned with just the whiskey, the bitters, and the simple syrup. Very sweet on the nose. That simple syrup comes through. Glad I didn't use any more of that. I'm getting the bitters. It smells okay. It smells okay. Too much bitters. Or not too much bitters. Too much simple syrup. That was a lot of simple syrup. So it's very, very, very sweet. Reminiscent of a old fashioned, but it's too sweet. All right. Bust on doing it myself. Set that aside. Let's go on to the next one here. This one is from a company called Barsmith. They are Texas. And the instructions are add ice to a rocks glass. So let's do that. I'm just going to be doing 1 large cube for these. So then it says add 2 ounces of bourbon or rye. We're going to go with rye. Again, using Rittenhouse Bottle and Bond. I always spill just a touch, so we always just give a little bit of a top off. Add 1 ounce of this mix. I don't know if I have to. I don't know. One ounce of the mix. It does say a dash of bitters. And then it also says stir and garnish with an orange wedge. Don't have that, so that'll be skipped. But one. All right. All right. Let's check out this one. Looks a little darker. Looks a little bit more like an old-fashioned would. Deeper. Oh, I'm getting more of the whiskey on the nose on this. This smells good. Again, very, 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 very sweet. So it's better than the one that I did without anything. It's still not great though. Not a big fan. So this next one comes from Cocktail Crate. And I'm gonna put the rock in there. Calls for 2 shots of whiskey. So again, Rittenhouse Bond Rye. And always just give yourself a little extra. Then it calls for half a shot of the mixture. That's it. This doesn't call for any garnishing. This doesn't call for anything else. That's pretty much it. So let's... Alright, let's give this one a shot. Small amount. That's kind of interesting. But that's alright. I don't know. Is this one any good? The best of the 3. It's not as sweet as the other 2. The other one I just overdid on the simple syrup. Yeah. Not great. I'm probably never going to try that again. But not bad. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Moving on to number 4, we're going to do a whiskey sour. This is also from Cocktail Crate, and this one calls for, this is just a shot of each. So let's prep the glass real quick with the ice. Just calling for 1 shot. Alright. Hope you guys are enjoying your summer. Hope you guys are enjoying some nice whiskey cocktails. Let me know what your favorite cocktails are. Let me know if you have some good recipes. Again, like I said, I don't really keep the ingredients on hand, so it's not really practical. So that's why I'm mostly drinking whiskey and soda, whiskey and pop, whiskey and Coke, whiskey and ginger ale. And not really going to cocktails, so I was kind of hoping, and other than that High West, hadn't really found anything that I really liked. Alright, so let's try this whiskey sour. It smells weird. It's got it smells sour, which actually I like that stuff. Yeah, so citrusy. Looks like almost like grapefruit juice. Oh, I rather like this. It's not great. I think it being a pre-mixed thing is not good, but I can see enjoying this in a bar. I could see enjoying a whiskey sour in a bar. All right. So far, the 4 cocktails I've done so far, the whiskey sour is the best, and then followed by whatever. So far, that's best. Okay. Now, this is also from Bar Smith. So basically, 2 of the brands are the same. And then I just made my own thing. These are just what I found in my local small grocery store. Add ice to highball. So this calls it for being highball. I'm just going to make it in a rocks glass. But it does call for this one to be shaken. No, wait. Which one called to be shaken? I messed one up. This one called to be shaken. So we're going to pull this one back. We're going to pull the sour back. I'm going to shake it because I wanted to have the fun to do that. We're going to see if that does anything. Honestly, it's a little better. I don't know why. Just is a little better. Just a little. Just a little bit. Alright, so whiskey sour so far is the only one that's really passable. None of the old fashions were any good. Highball glass, 2 ounces of vodka. So this is for whiskey mule, but obviously we know we can substitute and make it a Kentucky mule. So this one does call for a top off, so this is going to be true to what a mule is, because this calls for a top off of like sparkling water or soda or ginger ale or something like that. So we're going to be skipping that step, but Redneck Whiskeys with Big Nate. Alright. As a fail safe, I still have my pour from the video I shot prior of my Infinity blend. Obviously, you can tell I'm not a bartender, so forgive me. Alright, Moscow Mule, Kentucky Mule with Rittenhouse Rye. So, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because this does need to be diluted with that soda water. So it's not good, it's not great. It's better than even without the soda water stuff in it, it's better than the old-fashioned mixes were, but not as good as the whiskey sour. All right. Sorry if that was boring. It actually kind of bored me too. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'll see you next time. We'll get back into some better videos. Cheers.